Welcome to SUTV News. I'm Amy Huffner.
And I'm Melody Brooke.
Smith's Food and Drug is making a major expansion here in Cedar City with 2 new marketplace stores on the way. Haejin Kim has the story.
Smith's Food and Drug opened its current Cedar City store in 1996. Now, nearly 30 years later, the company is investing $50 million in a new marketplace, a 123,000 square foot store planned for South Main Street. The project is expected to anchor an 18-acre retail development and officially replace the existing store once construction is complete in early 2027. The new marketplace will more than double the size of the current building, offering expanded grocery services along with clothing, home goods, toys, and general merchandise. Company representatives say the goal is to meet the needs of a growing community and provide a broader one-stop shopping experience.
The new Smith's locations are going to provide more grocery amenities for the community. There was some studies that have been done by independent developers that showed that Cedar City had demand for at least 3 additional grocery stores. And so this is helping to meet the current demand as well as future demand in the area.
A second marketplace location is also being negotiated for the north end of town, a change that could shift grocery access and consumer patterns across Iron County.
Cedar City is actually home to the #1 grossing Walmart in the state of Utah and the #2 for visitation. And so Smith's can help capitalize on that opportunity and those sales numbers that will benefit the community as a whole.
Construction is expected to begin in the spring of 2026.
The investment these people are making is huge. And to get people to do that, it needs to have a vibrant economy. And to do that, we have to continue to grow. And I accept the fact that we will need to grow now and into the future, and we will grow for many years. And we have tremendous responsibilities, not with just grocery stores and business infrastructure, but roads and water systems and parks and recreation and police and fire, and all of these things have to go with it as the community grows. But a good first step is a couple of amazing new grocery stores, one on the south end and one right near the freeway exit on the north.
With new retail growth on the horizon, Cedar City residents will soon see major changes in how and where they shop. Reporting in Cedar City, I'm Haejin Kim.
On the cultural side, the museum offers something new. The 2025 Filmmaking, Art, and Design Faculty Exhibition is on display at SUMA. The FAD exhibition features artwork from 17 different professors and faculty members, highlighting several different art mediums including pottery, digital art, printmaking, and illustration. The 2025 Fall FAD Fete was held on Monday, November 17th from 6 to 8 p.m. This event was a joint celebration for both the faculty exhibition and the Fall BFA exhibition, with refreshments and opportunities to connect with artists and other enthusiasts. For more information, visit scu.edu/SUMA.
The creative energy carried over into a musical performance. CMA award-winning country singer Ashley McBryde took the stage at Tuacahn Amphitheater. Despite the theater only being about 2/3 full, attendees showed up in their cowboy boots and sang along to hit songs Tired of Being Happy, Girl Going Nowhere, and more. Since she has begun to play large events, fans were thrilled to see McBryde in Southern Utah. McBryde expressed gratitude for the support she has received over the years, including in her journey to music and in her journey to sobriety. For more information on upcoming shows at Tuacahn Amphitheater, visit tuacahn.org.
So I saw the Ashley McBryde concert, and it was a lot of fun. I really like the way she performs because, she just does it for the love of the game and very personal.
SU Opera has just put on a performance of their brand new show called The Lyric Kings. Our reporter Cole Garney has more.
Oh, I must begin my journey.
The Thorley Recital Hall on SU campus just hosted a show called The Lyric Kings. Put on by SU Opera, the show was meant to perform the songs of and tell the stories of 2 of America's greatest songwriters and composers. The show was performed by students and directed by SU Opera professor Carol Ann Mudset.
I'm incredibly proud of these kids. Well, I call them kids, these young people, because they're growing, and I get to see the growth. And That makes me incredibly happy as well as proud.
The first half of the show was dedicated to American songwriter Cole Porter, playing some of his most famous and influential songs such as Anything Goes, Let's Do It, and I've Got You Under My Skin. In between songs, they stopped the music and dancing to go over his personal history and give insights into his artistic process. The second half of the show went over the life of Stephen Sondheim, who wrote the lyrics of many different musicals such as West Side Story, Sweeney Todd, and Into the Woods. Throughout the year, SU Music Department puts on a bunch of different concerts and shows like this one. To find out more about the music department and events like this one, you can find information on the music department's website and on the SU calendar.
Southern Utah offers an abundance of live music, including classic rock and roll. Here's Briar Adams with the story.
Two bands rocked Southern Utah before Tuacahn closed its outdoor amphitheater for the winter season. Starting out from Las Vegas, Nevada, symphonic rock brought a new sound to classic rock and roll music. A full symphony orchestra of brass, woodwinds, electric violins, and cellos backed the band. The crowd sang along to hits by Led Zeppelin, the Beatles, Ozzy Osbourne, and more. And the lead singer showed impressive vocal range with every song. The next night, classic rock band Night Ranger took the stage. They rocked out with heavy guitar riffs, keyboards, and drums to 80s hits like Don't Tell Me You Love Me and Sister Christian. Longtime fans came from all around southern Utah and neighboring states to see a rock favorite live at Tuacahn Amphitheater.
This is my second Night Ranger concert. This is 2025. The last time I saw him was 1991 here in St. George, about 34 years ago.
Despite the closure of the outdoor amphitheater, Tuacahn still hosts multiple shows for the winter season in their indoor auditorium. A family favorite, Elf the Musical, will take the stage this season. To purchase tickets, visit tuacahn.org. With SUTV, I'm Briar Adams.
It's so cool and impressive to see how they've been able to blend rock and jazz and all these other incredible orchestral pieces together. I actually played a little bit of violin when I was in middle school, and it was honestly like such a fulfilling experience.
Really? That's really fun. I just did choir. I never played an instrument, but I was a big choir kid. I was really into all the classics.
So your voice was your instrument.
Exactly. That's how it works.
I think people who perform are so impressive, and it takes a lot of skill to be able to go up there and do that thing.
Especially rock music. I think that they are very extremely talented. But we're going to take a quick break.
After this, weather.
In every family, small conversations can make a big impact. I grew up on tour with my parents. Kind of different, but we bonded over music just like other families do over sports, camping, or other interests. And we talked. Little everyday conversations from silly to serious that built a foundation over time. Honest conversations, like when my dad shared his experiences as an alcoholic.
Your honesty about that part of your life gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted to uphold in my own life. And I was so grateful that you and Mom had become these sober, stable people who were always there for me.
I wanted you to know from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs, whether it's music or anything else. I said it a lot, and I'm glad you took it to heart.
Talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Hey, I'm Mike Rowe, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Mike Rowe, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright. Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do.
And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done.
Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Hi, welcome to SUTV weather. My name is Brooklyn Beard. Let's jump right into looking at the forecast. As you can see, we've got some rain coming up, folks. It's in the present and the future, unfortunately. Today, we've had some showers and they're going to continue into the evening, but hey, at least it's, 47 degrees, could be worse. It'll get down to 36 by the evening. Tomorrow, we'll have showers in the morning, but it'll start to clear up as the day goes on. Again, 45 for the high and 32 for our low. And Thursday, we'll see some more rain, 44 for the high and 30 degrees for our low. And as we get into the rest of the week, Friday, we're going to start to see the sunshine again, 47 degrees for our high, but we're getting into the high 20s for our lows, and that trend will continue on throughout the rest of the week. But at least we'll have some sun. It'll be mid to low 50s during the day, so it could always be worse. And as we take a look at the radar today, we finally have something to show. We have some precipitation, just some showers moving up here slowly, but again, nothing too severe where we're at here in Cedar City. For the weekend weather report, Saturday it's going to be 50 degrees by day, 27 by night, and Sunday we'll have it at 51 degrees by day, 31 by night, again with that sunshine. And though the precipitation will be gone from here in Cedar City, it's always raining men, and today our featured man is none other than Micro, of whom there's only one photo on the internet. But he's handsome. I like a man who can get his hands dirty and do some handiwork, so we give a big shout out to our handsome friend Micro today. And additionally, Bryan Head still has their opening day scheduled for this Friday, November 21st. And again, with that precipitation and the temperature drops that we'll be getting, it should be a beautiful day for skiing and snowboarding. We also have some different local events going on throughout this weekend into the weekend. Pippin will be debuting its performance here at SUU on Thursday. Also, the Community Dancing with the Stars event will be taking place. And the Boot Stompin' 68th Birthday Bash for State Bank is going to be happening on November 21st, starting at 11 a.m. The CV Tavalon Craft Fair will be going on from November 17th through the 18th, and as always, the Willow Glen will be hosting their open mic night on Saturday. Additionally, the Rock Gold concert, combining orchestral music and classic rock, will be performed on Thursday, so be sure to check that out. Today is National Princess Day. I don't know how that got there, but we wish a happy day to all of our princesses out there. And we also wish a happy birthday to the lovely Luca Cambiaso, an Italian painter and sculptor who was born in 1527. And unfortunately passed away in 1585. I wish that he could be here today so that way we could celebrate his birthday, but not all dreams do come true. Thanks so much for joining SUTV Weather today. Again, my name is Brooklyn Beard. Any questions, comments, complaints, concerns, or praises, please contact me at arts@sunews.net. All dreams don't come true, but today is National Princess Day. My favorite princess? I was just recently informed that Princess Diaries is actually a Disney movie. So I'm going to say Princess of Genovia, Anne Hathaway, as my favorite.
Mia Thermopolis?
Mia Thermopolis.
Good Incredible. That's wonderful. I think my favorite princess classically has to be Cinderella. I love Cinderella and all of her vibes.
I think I'm going to have to give it to Meredith because, my lovely co-host reminds me a bit of her, but I love her free-spiritedness, and she's so independent. It's really awesome to see.
Yeah, you do kind of have a Meredith thing going on. Are you
the green?
Any relation? Any Scottish?
I do have a lot of Scottish ancestry, so I think that there probably is. Maybe she's a distant relative of mine.
We'll find out. We're going to take a small break.
Sports is up next.
Someone had fun today. Hey, sweetheart, everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. How's our little guy?
Now I lay me down to sleep.
Looks like I'm stuck working late tonight. Probably won't be home until closer to 8.
Oh, that's okay. I have got a laundry list of emails to send out.
I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
Yeah, he did great. We had so much fun today.
If I die before I wake.
Try over and
In national sports news, rock star Jack White and rappers Post Malone and Lil Jon will headline the Thanksgiving Day football games. White will be performing during the Detroit Lions halftime show, Malone will perform during the Dallas Cowboys halftime, and Lil Jon performing in the Baltimore Ravens game. In the world of boxing, Jake Paul has announced he will face former two-time unified heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua in a match next month. The former YouTuber has only been boxing since 2020, and Joshua will be his first heavyweight opponent. In local sports news, the SUU football team defeated the University of Central Arkansas this past Saturday. In a close game that saw running back Joshua Dye score 3 touchdowns, the T-Birds pulled ahead to continue their win streak. Dye was named the UAC Offensive Player of the Week for the 4th time this season and has set 2 new records for the SUU team. The team's final game this season is this Saturday at the University of Northern Alabama. While the football team has managed to continue their win streak, the men's basketball team has found themselves in a rough season. Out of the 5 games they have played so far, their only win has been against Bethesda University of California. Though they managed to give the Mavericks a run for their money, the T-Birds game against Omaha this past Saturday resulted in a close loss at 85 to 90 points. The team has 2 chances this week to reverse their current 2-game losing streak, 1 game on Wednesday against Washington State and 1 on Saturday against Nobel University.
Here's Jake Palmer with more from the SUU football game.
I'm Jake Palmer here with SUTVNews here at Echo Stadium. We're here with Briley. Briley, how has your experience been at SU football games as a student?
Oh, it's been really good. I wasn't able to go to a lot of the student sections last year because I actually worked at them. So this year being in the student section has been really good for me just because I like to go wherever people are. So the more people, the better. So I really just like the student sections to be with everyone during the game.
Yeah, and I know SU, a lot of students really love the atmosphere here. How has it been from your first year to your second year?
Oh, I think it's actually a really different experience from my second year. To my first year, I really didn't know anyone. And so I was just kind of walking around and it was new people every time. Now I kind of know a lot of the people at these things. So I'm always able to go and like talk to all the people that are there because I know all of them now.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for doing this interview. We're going to toss it back to the anchors of the studio.
On Friday, November 7th, the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games Department at Southern Utah University hosted the Utah High School Activities Association 8-player 1A, 2A, and 3A state football semifinals here at the Eccles Coliseum. 8 different high schools from around Utah flocked to SUU for the purpose of qualifying for the UHSAA State Championship football games.
The significance of this is many. First off, for students and their families, it's a great opportunity to celebrate their success in high school. As an institution, it's a great opportunity to get literally thousands of prospective students on our campus to experience the sheer beauty and opportunities that exist at SUU.
In other news, a science exhibition is drawing attention. The Utah Shakespeare Festival recently partnered with the SUU STEM Center to present science in the theater. Science in the theater allowed guests to learn the various behind-the-scenes techniques used by the Shakespeare Festival to create the effects seen on stage and incorporate the science of how they worked. Guests learned about lighting and wavelengths, mask making, magnets, and how they hold up props, and how weights and pulley systems are programmed for set changes. The STEM Center aims to provide free STEM experiences to all K-12 students in Utah. For more information, visit su.edu/STEM.
I think it's important to learn science because whether you know it or not, you use it every day. And if you sort of know the science and the math and all of the fun stuff behind that, you can sort of use it to help enhance your daily life.
Out on the streets, a parade takes over. Recently, Cedar City had their annual Storybook Parade. The parade featured various floats, all themed based on childhood stories and characters, such as The Wizard of Oz, Dora the Explorer, Frozen, and others. Gerald Sherritt, former Cedar City mayor and president of SUU, created the parade as a way to make Cedar City the festival city. The parade returns after a hiatus and signals the start of the winter season. For more information, visit ironcountyfair.net.
I'm so excited for all the things coming up. One actually I just saw today was apparently tomorrow they're doing a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving event at SUU.
Oh, that's so cute. That's so fun. I love all of the holiday Charlie Brown movies, so that's awesome. And actually at SUMA they have a cute little Charlie Brown Santa letter writing thing that you can do right up at the front. There's a little exhibit where you can write a letter to Santa and say hello to some of the classic characters.
Oh, isn't that cute? I'm so excited for all the different holiday activities and things that are going to be going on in Cedar City. So be sure to stay warm out there. We'll be right back after this break to see the Wool Fashion Show.
Before that, here's more footage from the Storybook Parade. As part of the Cedar Livestock and Heritage Festival, the Utah Make It With Wool program put on a wool fashion show. Our reporter Katie Christensen spun the story.
A darling outfit for little kids.
Make It With Wool is a national organization with groups in Utah, Texas, California, and other states. The Utah Make It With Wool organization puts on competitions to make entire outfits out of wool and have competed in the National Make It With Wool contest. They have members of all different ages and genders who compete. The new Utah State Director, Amelia Perry, was one of the models and creators.
This has been super important to me for quite a long time because of not only the wool itself and supporting the wool industry and American sheep industry. The fabrics are amazing. I love to use the fabrics. And then now, as a director, coming back down here, it gives us an opportunity to show these one more time to another audience and to spread like the excitement for wool.
A small crowd gathered to watch them model their own creations.
I didn't know you could make that many things out of wool. I thought it was really cool. From the dresses to the coats to the skirts, they were all really pretty.
It's got a few little buttons here, little fake pocket felting.
For SUTV News, I'm Katie Christensen.
In other recent events, Southern Utah University held their annual Virginia's Ghost event at the old main building on Friday, November 7th. Students enjoyed hot chocolate and treats and gathered around flame heaters to stay warm in the cold night. Virginia Loomis was tragically murdered by her boyfriend at a quarry outside Cedar City in the late 1800s. When SU's first building, Old Main, was built in 1898, the rock on which she died was incorporated into the building. Legend has it her ghost has haunted the building ever since. It was rumored to be responsible for arson when part of Old Main burned down in 1948, exactly 50 years after her brutal murder.
Meanwhile, on campus, SU's very own journal has just released something new. Here's Briar Adams at the scene.
The new edition of the University Journal has finally arrived. I'm here today with Brooklyn Beard, the arts editor for the University Journal. So Brooklyn, tell me what you're most excited about for this new journal.
I'm just excited for people to read it. It's been a while since we've had one out. This is the first one of the semester, and I mean, it's called The New Page, so there's things about new music venues, new buildings on campus, you know, if you're changing majors. There's just a lot of good info in there, and I'm excited for people to get their hands on them.
That sounds really great. And Brooklyn, can you tell students where they can find these journals around campus?
They can find these journals right here. We have newsstands all around campus in just about every building, so they're everywhere.
Thank you so much. I know that all of us back in the studio are super excited to read this new magazine. So with SUTV News, I'm Briar Adams.
Elsewhere, Thunder 91's annual activity, Sips and Spins, returns to campus. Here's Emil Garcia with more.
Thunder 91 radio station recently held its annual Sips and Spin activity. During the activity, students were able to buy a vinyl record for $2 and were given the supplies in order to paint them. Along with the record, Thunder 91 was also selling hot chocolate and apple cider for $1, with those attendings being able to add different flavors to their hot chocolate and apple cider, including vanilla, caramel, and hazelnut.
So we do Sips and Spins just as a fun community event, and it also helps us fundraise just a little bit of money. But we like to plan events for people to just come paint a fun record and have a drink, and it's pretty fun.
Sips and Spin is an activity that the radio station does every year in order to bring the student community together for a nice night of painting and relaxation while listening to music. As music was being played over the big screens with artists like One Direction and Beyonce, along many others. Sips and Spin came at a great time for students as they enter their final weeks of school, giving them a chance to relax and enjoy and de-stress from school.
Ton of fun painting. I like that they had drinks for us and provided all the materials. It was super cheap. A lot of fun people here, so just had a good time.
As Thunder 91 aims for Sips and Spin to be an activity for students to relax and have a moment of peace from school, as well as be able to gather money for future activities. For more information, you can follow Thunder 91 KSUU for their other activities. And for KSUU TV station, this is Emil Garcia.
Here's Nathaniel Buck on the scene with more from Sips and Spins.
Hello! We're here at Sips and Spins, an event put on by Thunder 91. As you can see behind me, we have multiple students here from SUU are painting records, and they're also enjoying beverages courtesy of Thunder 91, as basically popcorn. And I am here interviewing Bryn Smith. Bryn is the production manager for Thunder 91, also one of the fine individuals who helped put together tonight's event. Bryn, we wanted to ask, why did you and Rigas Biking Movie Thunder 91 start Sips and Spins are the first race.
Yeah, so this is our second annual, or I guess seasonal Sips and Spins. We started last year for a small fundraiser just because we don't get that much funding at the radio station, which is fine, and it turned out really well last year. We had a really big turnout. So yeah, we're trying to do it again.
Amazing. And another question then, do you have any big plans for Sips and Spins going forward?
Yeah, we want to keep it going every semester. It kind of looks different every time. Like last time we did sodas, but now we're in the fall, so we're doing more seasonal drinks. We have apple cider and hot chocolate. And yeah, so our goal is just to keep it going, whether that's keeping it as a fundraiser, keeping it as an event. So yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Bruce. I've been Nathaniel Buck for SUTV.
Away from campus events, a local spot stands out. Dippers is one of Cedar City's newest treat shops and is offering something new to the festival city. Our reporter Jake Palmer has the story.
Dippers is a chocolate-covered frozen banana store that opened in Cedar City in 2024, and the idea came from two siblings with a love for a sweet treat.
We started because I just love chocolate-covered bananas, and I had started making them for friends and stuff in my dorm room, and they were always like, "You've got to sell these. Like, you have to. People need to try these." And so it was kind of just an idea in my mind for a while, but I didn't really feel like I had the skill set. And then my brother moved down, and I was like, "This kid can do it all." And so I just recruited him, and I was like, "We've got to go on this little side quest."
They set up shop at the local farmers market, and not soon after, they found their next step.
We were only at the farmers market for like a month. It's on this street that our building is located on, and so we just saw it. We saw that it was open, and we did a lot of peeking through the window. And we were like, what if? Like, we weren't really that serious about it, but we just were kind of info gathering.
When we discussed kind of just doing it, it was just kind of crazy at first because it just didn't seem doable at all. And then once we kind of started moving into it, it was just a lot of, how do we even do this? Who do we have to talk to? You know, we didn't really know what we were doing. So there was a lot of learning really fast and trying to keep up with it for sure.
A year later, and their success has shown. They now offer catering, more options other than chocolate, and just introduced a new strawberry cup.
Generally, I think our plan is to keep moving forward with catering and kind of just trying to grow the business. And I think we've talked about wanting to do perhaps a second location somewhere someday, but definitely not there yet.
For SUTV News, I'm Jake Palmer.
Thanks for tuning into SUTV News. I'm Melody Brooke.
And I'm Amy Huffner. Today we leave you with more footage from the Lyric Kings show.
We'll see you next time.
Today.